All right, we're going to try something new. So I was trying to figure out a way where I have a bunch of weird, nerdy, like, comparison things that would be fun. Like, Eric Waite gave me a bottle of whiskey with a Madeira cask finish and then a bottle of Madeira, and that would be really cool. Nathan Huey brought a trio of White Horse blended scotch spanning 100 years. That would be fun. Gary Bernier already did one on his channel with it. And then I had talked about, when I reviewed Glenglassaugh, the Sandend, that, like, it reminded me of my historical memory of the original Longmorn 16. I'm going to pull it. I have a hoard of the original Longmorn 16, brown and green bottling, love the original packaging. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the Glenglassaugh Sandend, and then I'm going to, let's see, we'll do that on the right. And then I'm going to see how it holds to the Longmorn 16 original. Or if it was just a ghost of a memory and I'm totally off base, which is possible. All right. So nose, once again, super fruit bomb, apricot, honey malt, slight earthy pepper / ash, but like way back there. Honeysuckle. Just fruit bomb. And on the palate, oh yeah, dense buttercream, earth and slight black pepper finish, like slight little sparkle. That's the part that made me think that reminds me of Longmorn 16. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna let it sit for a second. It still has this sort of earthy, malty note. Oh, that's a great whiskey. So this is, super nerd whiskey comparison, but it's kind of fun. We'll call it something interesting, and it'll be a little special thing that we release sometimes. Infrequently. Oh, that's a good sound. Oh, how I missed you. Original Longmorn 16. Okay, so right out, it's even from the bottle you can tell, but here it is in the glass. It's hard to see in the glass, but from the bottle, it's a piece of paper. See the color difference? I don't think Longmorn did color added on the old one. 48%. Non-chill filtered, I would assume. No color added. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay, a slight, also really fruity, but darker tones. Like it turned up the mid-range. Turned up, darker note, but not a lot. If this one was in the light cream vanilla, this is also super fruity, but more honeyed than vanilla. But it's close. It's softer on the nose, more subdued. I would guess that that's probably the age statement. Proof is 50.5 on the Glenglassaugh and 48, so we're only off by 2.5%. The Glenglassaugh is way more vibrant on the nose. It kind of pops out of the glass. The Longmorn 16 original is a softer, tighter hold and a little bit darker. But they're cousins. All right, let's try a sip. Oh, way more black pepper. But, and the Glenglassaugh is more vanilla and more dense. The Glenglassaugh sort of coats the mid palate and then sort of curls out to the back corners of the tongue. The Longmorn 16 sort of glides across the whole mouth, but very light touch. And then it finishes with sort of a light sweetened black peppery zest. It feels way softer than the Glenglassaugh. Not the same palate, but not so different that they are like in different categories. Like these are, man, I was not wrong in that my memories are putting these in the same profile categories. The Longmorn has more sparkle. And the Glenglassaugh has more sweetness, but they're really damn close. There are absolute differences, but we're talking in the, under 20% variance on the family. If I was going to compare this instead to like an Isla or, a really sherry bomb or something like that. These are much closer than they are not. And that's really cool. I'm going to add just a dash of water. I don't have a good way to do this because I left to the Glenglassaugh. And see if that brings it down to about 48 and we get a more matched palate presentation. On the nose first, it's going to be a shock to the system. Much closer, but still darker honey. Glenglassaugh, soft buttercream, soft honey and fruit and black pepper. So it sort of wiped out the palate a little bit, kind of spread it out. Again, that's probably the age difference. A little bit of water and the Longmorn's more complex. Without the water, the Glenglassaugh holds up and just has a slightly different profile. But still, I would argue that these are 75, 80% in the same direction. And that's really cool. So, if you like these nerdy things, then put in a comment and we'll see if we can do them more often. Cheers, guys. Oh, also, I'm really glad you're here. I'm so out of my element. I'm forgetting the things I normally do.